Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm doing an entire living room deep clean from top to bottom, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. So before I go ahead and get started in the living room, I'm gonna actually clean up the kitchen really quickly. It was just sometimes I can't really focus if parts of the house that I'm still kind of working in are a little bit messy. So I'm just, like I said, gonna go ahead and clean it all up, and we're gonna speed clean through it, and then we can get right into the living room. If you're new to my channel, then thank you so much for stopping by and cleaning along with me today. My name is Michelle. I live in Georgia with my husband and our 2 kids and our little Yorkie Clover. And on this channel, you will find pretty much anything to do with being at home. So cleaning, decorating, organizing, all of that good stuff. So if that sounds pretty good to you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you as part of my internet family. So just a quick tip when it comes to cleaning out your sink. So right here I'm going in with the Barkeeper's Friend soft cleanser, scrubbing it out with like a scrubbing sponge, and then after that, after I rinse out whatever's left over of the Barkeeper's Friend, I'll actually go in with a microfiber cloth and just kind of wipe it dry, and it just makes the sink so shiny. So yeah, just a little tip for you. So I don't usually have a tablecloth on the table, but I picked this one up from the fall section at my local dollar store, and I bought it for my daughter's birthday party, and I actually kind of just liked the way it looked, just like with the fall decor, and it just keeps the table from getting super dirty. So I left it there, and it's pretty easy to wipe down, so just another little suggestion for you. Before I really get into like the deep cleaning, I'm gonna just pick up the mess that's in here right now. This is just real life stuff. So this is how it just looked on the day that I decided to do this. So I'm just gonna pick it up because it makes it so much easier to really get in there and clean really well. And then after that, we're gonna start, like I said, from top to bottom and get this whole room nice and clean. So what you'll see me using to spray off just about any surface aside from the windows is the Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose cleaner. It works so well for so many different things, and I'm using the basil scent and it smells really, really good. So I'll be sure to leave that linked down below if you're interested. One thing I really tried to remember when cleaning was to make sure I actually wiped the cords down as well because they definitely collect a lot of dust, especially if they don't get touched often like these do. And I don't know if anybody else has one of these. It's a Xbox Connect, and there are so many cords for this thing, and I don't really know why, but there's just so many and they're so long. So this took me a minute to get all these cords clean. So before I get started cleaning off the ceiling fan, I'm actually going to remove the rug just to keep that nasty dust from falling on it. So anyway, I actually have an interesting little cleaning hack for you when it comes to cleaning your rug. So make sure you stay tuned to see that because I was pretty shocked when I saw just how much I could get off of this rug. So yeah, underneath the rug, I was really also surprised because there's just so much, like that rug doesn't get moved, but there was still so much dirt and who knows what, and just this random large piece of plastic. So the next time that you deep clean a room that has a rug, be sure that you remove it and clean underneath because it is pretty gross. So I actually have another hack for you when it comes to cleaning ceiling fans. I didn't use it on this day because I am not even sure how long it's been since I last cleaned the ceiling fan. So I just wanted to use a spray and a cloth because I feel like that works pretty well. But if you have an old pillowcase, you can actually take the pillowcase, put the fan blade inside the pillowcase and then use the inside of it to sort of wipe it off. And I hope that makes sense. But I have actually done that before and it does work pretty well. But like I said, it had just been so long that I decided to use a different method. But if it hasn't been too long for you and there's not a whole lot of dust, I feel like that really works pretty well. So the next step was to move these couches out of the way because it is really difficult for me to clean underneath them. And I knew that there was a bunch of junk and dust and dirt underneath. And I was actually kind of worried about moving these by myself because my husband was at work at this time, but they really weren't all that heavy. So I don't know, it worked out pretty well for me, I guess, but it was really nasty under here. So before I do that, I wanted to take my curtains off and actually wash them. And just a little tip for you, if you wash your curtains, these I believe are linen or something similar to that. So whenever you wash your curtains, like put them in the dryer for maybe like 5 minutes or so, and then hang them up while they're still damp. And it keeps them, first of all, they smell really good. And then it also keeps them from getting wrinkled because I have dried them completely in the dryer before and they come out pretty wrinkled for some reason. So just another little tip for you. So if you're not new to my channel, then you probably would have seen in past videos, there's like balloons everywhere. Like I said, my daughter had a birthday party at our house and we just have balloons still floating around that we blew up. And some of them had confetti in it. So that's what all of these little colorful dots are. I guess a balloon somehow popped and all of the confetti ended up under the couch. So just another reason that I'm really glad that I moved them out of the way because I would have never even known they were there probably. And don't mind this little cardboard piece that I just moved. Our puppy Clover, she really likes to go back behind our couch and sometimes go to the bathroom or clean or chew stuff up back there. So those were there to keep her from doing that, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out, which is why there was so much just like junk back there. So like I said earlier, the windows were the one area that I didn't use the Mrs. Meyer's spray on. So I'm actually using this Sprayway glass cleaner. It's really inexpensive. You can get it pretty much anywhere. I think the bottle that I have, I actually got from Walmart, but I will go ahead and leave it linked down below just so at least you know what it is, or if you just want to order it online, because sometimes that's just way easier than going out to the store and trying to find it. So like I said, I'll leave that linked down below if that's something that you're interested in. So what I'm using today to mop my floors is a Shark steam mop. And I know that mop head looks really gross, but it wasn't dirty, it's just really old, so it kind of is stained. So I really need to invest in some new ones. I just hadn't before I filmed this video. But I do really like it. I think it works really well. And I also sometimes use a Swiffer wet jet, but the one I had, it doesn't work. So this is what I'm using today. And like I said, I like it. So I will once again leave that link down below if you're interested in it or just want to see kind of the specs of it. So yeah, just go ahead and check that out if you want. So down here in North Georgia, we're having some unseasonably cool weather. It's like going to be in the mid 70s pretty much all week, and normally it's like at least in the 80s, sometimes the mid 80s at this point in the year. But anyway, I am loving the cooler weather. Fall is my absolute favorite season, followed pretty closely by winter, and I know that is pretty weird. Most people are not fans of winter, especially if you live up north, but I love snow and rain and that kind of weather that just makes you want to like curl up on the couch with a blanket and a like warm drink. I don't know, it's just that's what I really enjoy. So anyway, what's the weather like where you are? Let me know down below in the comments where you live, what the weather's like, and if you want your favorite kind of weather. Okay, so here's the tip that I was talking about earlier in the video. I'm actually unrolling my rug upside down, and I know that might seem a little weird, but I actually came across a video of somebody, so you can see how like this is completely empty. So I actually came across a video of someone who, I don't even know how I found it, but they were saying to flip your rug over and vacuum the bottom of the rug, because all of that dust and dirt, eventually does make its way to the bottom. And so I will show you after I'm done just how much like dust I pulled up just from the bottom of the rug. So yeah, the next time you are cleaning your rug, just flip it over, vacuum the bottom, and you might be surprised just how much stuff you can pull out of your rug as well. So now I've got the rug flipped back the other way, and I'm gonna vacuum it before I use my Hoover Smart Wash to really deep clean it. But yeah, like I said, I pulled up quite a bit, and I may have been able to pull up more had I just vacuumed more. But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was a really interesting tip, so I hope that you make use of it as well. So before I use my carpet cleaner, I'm gonna spot treat a couple of little stains that I've found that have been driving me crazy. And I'll leave that linked below as well, just so you know what it is. And so while I'm waiting for that to really soak in, I'm vacuuming all of the crumbs out of our recliner. There were quite a lot. And then I'm also gonna hang my curtains back up, and like I said, just dry them for a little bit, hang them up while they're still a little bit damp, and they come out much less wrinkled. I just wanted to talk about these curtains for a minute. I don't typically like the grommet hook curtains, but I found these on Amazon and they were a really good price. And aside from the grommet hooks, I actually really like them. They were pretty inexpensive, but I don't know, they're just very flowy and nice. I think they're a great color. So I'll leave those linked below for you as well. But like I said, I think they're just really nice curtains. So I know I talked about my carpet cleaner in my last video, which was also a deep clean, which I will be sure to leave linked in the description, just in case you're interested in seeing it, because it's a pretty good one, because the playroom is really gross. But anyway, it's a really great machine, and I will show you just how dirty the water is when I'm done. And this is actually not the first time that I've washed this rug with this machine on my channel. The last time I did was about 3 months ago, which pretty much checks out for how often I try to clean like the carpets in my house. But it works super well, and like you can tell that the rug is a little bit gross, but I think you'll be surprised to see just how dirty the water is. Putting these couches back together was actually just a little bit of a struggle because I couldn't really see kind of like where the hooks were supposed to meet. So I ended up taking the cushions off part of the couch, and I'm actually glad I did, because I wasn't planning to vacuum this couch at all, because I feel like I had just done it not that long ago. And our couch is not that old. But when I moved the cushions, I was like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of crumbs in here. So I did end up vacuuming the like underneath the cushions anyway. And as I'm editing this back, I had noticed that I forgot to clean that corner piece, but it's okay. I can do that another time. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to point that one out. So I finally have made my way to kind of like the last little corner of the room. Since there was so much stuff, I couldn't really move the couches completely out of the room or any of the other furniture. So I kind of had to just work section by section. And so back here we have a cardboard box, because there for a while, especially during lockdown, we were doing a lot of puzzles, but we haven't really done very many since then. And when we do puzzles, we get the cardboard box to kind of put it together so that it's easy. But since we have our puppy Clover, I know she would be stealing pieces of puzzles that we tried to do. So like I said, we haven't done very many puzzles, so I'm going to go ahead and move that box out along with hopefully the last of the balloons. And then hope I can get this room put back together. So once again, I'm just trying to wipe down the mess of cords back here, and I don't know if anyone else seems to have this problem, but like these cords don't get touched like ever. You know, they get plugged in and that's pretty much it. But then anytime you go back there like to do anything, the cords are tangled up and I have no clue how that happens. So I did my best to wipe down every cord, so hopefully I actually got them all clean. Thank you so much if you made it here to the end for hanging out with me while I get my living room super deep cleaned, and I hope that this provided some motivation for you to get a room in your house deep cleaned, because I promise you, you will feel so much better anytime you go in that room. So be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you never miss another clean with me again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!